Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome
Good
all.
afternoon.
I welcome all of you to the lecture Advanced Software Engineering and Technology. In this, today we are going to discuss on requirement elicitation. Is this presentation visible to you? Is this presentation visible to you? Shubhangi,
Yes, sir.
requirement elicitation concept. This is our second unit. In this, we are going to discuss on requirement elicitation concept, requirement, functional requirement, non-functional requirement, completeness, consistency, clarity and correctness, realism, what is verifiability, what is traceability, greenfield engineering, re-engineering and interface engineering. All these points are very important for the examinations. First, requirement elicitation. A requirement is a feature that system must have or a constraint that is must satisfy to be accepted by the client. Requirement is the feature that the system must have or the constraint to satisfy with that the client. Client should satisfy by the requirement which we have collected from that persons. Requirement engineering aim as define the requirement of the system under the construct. Requirement engineering aim to define the requirement of the system under the construction. Means there is proper solution for acquire the information from the client for software development that is given into the requirement engineering. Requirement engineering include two main activities: requirement elicitation, which result in the specification of the system that the client understand, and the analysis, which result in the analysis model that the developer can unambiguously interpret. Requirement elicitation is more challenging of the two because it requires collaboration of several group of participants with different background. So this is very challenging task. Once you got the requirement from the client, then you will be the good engineer, good software developer. To take the requirement, you required some expertise. All the software engineering industry is depends upon the requirement. If there is no requirement get to the industry or company, then that company will not survive. To get good jobs to their employee or to get good profit into the company should get the requirement from the client, from the customer, so that we have to reach to the customer to whom required software support. We have to visit small enterprises, we have to visit small businesses as well as in big businesses company, where the computer we can use, where we can give the support, computerized support to the person. There we have to reach to convince them to use the computer, to use the software. If they convince, then you have to take the requirement from him. That requirement should useful to the client. Then he will be ready to give you a software project, and you suppose got the software project, then that is the benefit of company as well as that is the benefit to you. Okay. So on the other hand, the client and user are expert in their domain and have a general idea of what the system should do, but they often have little experience in software development. You see, the client don't have a proper knowledge about the software development, but he has knowledge about their business, how to run their business, what is the uh, what are the features in their business, how to increase their business, how to get profit from market into their business. All that information he know. He means client. Clients know better than us. Okay, but he don't know how to use for their task computer, how to use software for their work. That information don't know to him. As well as a requirement elicitation engineer, we don't have the information of every client. Or suppose you reach to one client, his business, his company or his enterprise information don't know to us properly, but we have to understand first how the working is going there. And we are the expert into the software development field, so we have to give our software technology, our software to the client for solving their problems. For that, their communication, their requirement elicitation is very responsive method, responsive things. On the other hand, the developer have experience in building the system, but often have little knowledge about the everyday environment of the users. Means when the user changes, we don't have the knowledge about that user. For we have to take the knowledge of user so that we will be able to give the software to them. Otherwise, it will difficult to us. Though we are expert into the software development field, but we should know the information how to take a project. Nowadays you can be develop a website, you can be develop a software, but you don't know how to take the requirements from client, how to convince them, how to support them. If your software is good and profitable to the client, then definitely client will accept your software. Requirement elicitation scenario and use cases provide tool for bringing this gap. To minimize the gap in between the client and the developer, in between us and the market, we have to use some tools. These tools are the scenario and use cases. With the help of use cases and scenario, we can provide the good software support to the client, and we can minimize the gap for requirement elicitation, for acquire the information from client. These scenario and use cases will help us. A scenario describe an example of a system used in terms of series of interaction between the user and the system. Scenario is the communication. Scenario is the series of communication in between developer and the system, in between user and the system. What is all the communication? We can say that is the scenario, means theme of a software. On what basis we are going to design the software, that is the scenario. A use cases is an abstraction that describe a class of scenario. Use cases is the instances, abstraction of the scenario. Use cases is the abstraction of the scenario. Both scenario and use cases are written in the natural language, like in English. We can write in English. Both that is understandable to the user. These scenarios and use cases both are understandable to the user, to the client, to the developer, as well as all our employee. Scenario is the story about the software, how you will develop software, which function will start first, and then what will happen. All this is the scenario, and the name of that story is the use case. Use case means the name of that scenario, means abstraction of the scenario. Is it understanding? Scenario and use cases. Shubhangi, scenario and use cases, do you understanding?
Yes, sir.
This is important for examination, scenario and use cases, so you have to keep in mind. In this chapter, we focus on the scenario based on the requirement elicitation. We will focus on use cases as well based on the requirement elicitation, requirement collection. Developer elicit the requirement by observing and interviewing the user. As a developer, we have to reach to the client, we have to reach to the user, and we have to take the interview. From interview, we will elicit the information, we will gather the information from the client with communication to the user, and same time we will observe their company, their work, their business, how the work is going on in his business, in his company, in his office. All these we will observe, and on the basis of observation, we will acquire the information which type of a software we will be able to give him. Developer first represent the user current work process as his scenario, means how currently user is working in his company, user is working in particular system or particular machine. We have to observe that. First we have to understand that. That is our first scenario. Written things we will write, how he work, how user is working, all we will write. After writing, that is the scenario, means written thing will be scenario. We will give them name to that written draft, that is the use cases. We will give the name, means abstraction of the scenario. The then develop the visionary scenario describing the functionality to be provided by the future system. Once observe the process, how the work is going into the users company, how users working, After understanding that, we will write the scenario. We will write their function in the form of a scenario and give their use case the name. The client and user validate the system description by reviewing the scenario and by testing small prototype provided by the developer. Client and user, these two persons will validate the system description, means by reviewing the scenario and by testing small prototype product by the developer. After acquiring the information from the client, you will design a scenario, and that scenario we have to validate. We have to validate with the communication to user. With communicate to the user, we have to validate is this information I have written is correct or not. We have to talk with client, we have to talk with user will suggest some correction in that, and user and we will validate that information is correct. Then as the definition of system matures and stabilize, developer and the client agree on the requirement specification in the form of functional requirement, non-functional requirement, use cases, and scenario. All these functional, non-functional, scenario, use cases will agree by the client to the developer. Is it okay? Is it understanding? Requirement elicitation, do you have understand?
Yes, sir.
There are some examples of usability function. A first example is feet or miles. There is a question, feet or mile. You know, feet is the means 100 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet. My height is uh, 5.5 feet. Okay, I cannot measure my heights into the mile. These are the units to measure the length. This is example during a laser experiment. There was a laser experiment. A laser beam was directed at a mirror on the space shuttle Discovery. The test called for the laser beam to be reflected back towards a mountain top. The user entered the elevation of the mountain as 10,023, assuming the unit of the input were in feet. The computer interpret the number in the miles, and the laser beam was reflected away from the earth towards a hypothetical mountain 10,023 miles high. You see, these are the examples of laser beam, which was a story in US NASA. The error in Discovery navigational instructions caused the wing of the spaceplane to be turned into 180-degree in the wrong direction. The laser beam struck the craft, but on the opposite side from the mirror, meet to bounce the beam back to the Air Force ground station atop a mountain on the Hawaiian island of Maui. The outbursts from critics. Several critics quickly cited the failure as evidence of a bigger problem to come. They said this mistake a simple human error capable of unseating a complex technology effort. was the type that could be ultimate ongoing of the proposed anti-missile said. Uh, there, there were one beam was passed to measure the distance, but uh, in that what happened? There were two units. Is that mile or is that feet? 10,000, 2,300. Sorry, 10,023. Is feet or mile? Computer showing the miles, and uh, manually the user enter the elevation of the mountain as 10,023 feet. Means by reflection of the beam. The laser beam we can use for measure the distance as well. We can also use as a highlighter, but for distance measures there is a problem of the information. What is the feet or is it miles? We are confused on this because of the proper requirement, because of proper requirement or data collections. These are the problems may we will face, so that we need appropriate information. We have to acquire a correct information, so our software will predict a proper, our software will work properly. This is problem. Second problem is usability of requirement. Example, decimal point versus thousand separator. Sometime we can use a separator, thousand separator, and sometime we use a decimal. In one example you see, in the United States, decimal point are represented by a period, and thousand separated are represented by a comma. Thousand can separated by comma, and the decimal point with the help of this period. In Germany, the decimal point is represented by the comma and the thousand separated by a period. Assume a user in Germany aware of both conventions is viewing an online catalog with price listed in the dollars. Which convention should be used to avoid the confusion? In US, uh, comma is used. In Germany, their dot is used. But German should what understand to avoid their confusion, to separate the thousands. Is their dot is correct or is their comma is correct? So these requirement is important into the software development to reduce the confusion, because geographically the languages are different. In India, there are several languages. Suppose we want to develop a software for particular language, then we have to understand first all their requirement into their language properly. Then we will be able to give the software support to him. So the requirement elicitation is very important. In the Emacs text editor, this is the text editor's example, a standard pattern. In the Emacs text editor, this is text editor, the command exist the program. we know in Notepad there is also exit to uh, go out from the software. If any file need to be saved, the editor will ask the user save file my document.txt and y or n type of question is there. If user answer y, the editor save the file prior to exiting. Many users rely on this pattern and systematically type the sequence followed by y. When exiting an editor, another editor, however, asks when exiting the questions, are you sure you want to exit? Press Y or N. When users switch from the Emacs to such an editor, they will fail to save their work until they manage to break the pattern. This is an example of a text editor. You know, suppose we take the notepads example here. You see in this notepad here is file and last is exit. Suppose I click on the exit, it's came out. Okay, but some editor use their different. Suppose we have written something onto the notepad, then suppose we reach to the file menu and click on exit, we will exit and our file will not save. This matter will not save into the document. But in some text editor, there is a questions, do you want to save? Suppose we write something and click on exit button, then there is a question asked by editor to us, do you want to save your document? We have to press Y, then our document will save automatically, but in some editor it will exit and our document not save. This is the problem of pattern understand standard patterns. Now next one is the requirement elicitation. This was a smart introduction about the requirement elicitation. Now we are going towards the requirement elicitation. Requirement elicitation is about communication among developer, client and user to define a new system. Requirement elicitation is the communication in between developer, user and the client to define new system, to develop new software, to develop new project. What is the communication in between all these three peoples? That is the requirement elicitation. Failure to communicate and understand each other domains result in a system that is difficult to use or that simply fail to support the user's work. Suppose we fail to communicate, we fail to acquire the information which clients need a software, then our software will be fail. Suppose client is not understanding our language, English language is not understandable to the client, his language is Malayalam, then our software definitely will be fail. We not understand the Malayalam and we are going to acquire the information from client At that time our software will be fail. So there should be a proper communication to develop a software, because this is the first step. Data collection is the first step. Requirement elicitation is the first step in software development life cycle. So we have to take a proper information, otherwise there will be introduced during the requirement elicitation are expensive to correct, as they are usually discovered later in the process, often as late as delivery. Suppose we develop software, then after developing software, the minimizing the error is very difficult. To reduce the error is very difficult, because we have collected wrong information and develop a wrong software. So that is very expensive to us. We will not affordable that. That is not affordable to us. That mistake, that is very big mistake. At the time of requirement elicitation, suppose we not acquire the correct information, that is very big mistakes. Such error include the missing functionality that the system should have supported, functionality that was incorrectly specified, user interface that are misleading or unusable, or obsolete functionality. We have acquired wrong information, suppose, then our software will not function as we required, as a client require. Our software will function wrongly. Their function, some function will not work, and which function is working of our software, that is not required to the client. This may be happen if we acquire the wrong information. So requirement elicitation is very important. Requirement elicitation method aim as improving the communication among the developer, client and the user. Developer construct a model of the application domain by observing the users in their environment. Developer select representing that is understandable by the client and user. Example, scenario and use cases. This scenario and use cases should be understandable to the client, to the user, as well our employee. Our employee as a developer team will work on that. We will construct a application domain, and that application domain should be understand to the client. We know that is difficult to explain, but with the help of UML diagram we will easily can explain that to the client. Developer validate the application domain model by constructing a simple prototype of user interface and collecting feedback from the potential users. Suppose we acquired information, after that we have to develop a prototype model, how a software will be, how a system will be. We have to design a small model, and we have to explain the function of that prototype model to the client. And if there is error, then we have to correct on that stage only, means requirement elicitation stage. On that stage we will be correct our information we acquired is properly is proper or not. That is the scenario and use cases stage. Is it understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
An example of simple prototype is the layout of user interface with menu items and buttons. We have to give their buttons some menus to understand the users, to get a feeling for the use of the system. He should get the feeling he should get feeling about the software. He is using a software with the model, with prototype model. He should get feel he is using software, but there is no actual response after button or click because the required functionality is not implemented. Suppose here is a uh, bullet like this. Suppose we have created button. If I click on this, there will not get any response because there is not a coding created by developer. Like this demo we have to show to the client so he will feel how software will work, though there is not functionality added by us. This is a small introduction about the requirement elicitation. If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask. Requirement elicitation and this example of failure: wrong information collection, wrong interpretation. In this, we are going to discuss on the requirement elicitation concept, functionality, functional requirement, non-functional requirement, completeness, consistency, clarity, and correctness, realism, verifiability, and traceability, greenfield engineering, re-engineering, and interface engineering. All about we will study in this requirement elicitation chapter. If you have any doubt on this little introduction, you can ask. Yes, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Do you understand
Yes, sir.
scenario and use cases? You see,
Yes,
suppose
sir.
we have written one story. Okay, we written one story, and this is our requirement we have collected from the user. This will be the scenario. We can say in our language this is the scenario. Okay, and the name of this scenario is the use case. Suppose this is the story about print. Print of the software, how print will be. Then we can say this is use case and this is the scenario. Abstraction of this is the print. Print will be the use case in this example. Shall I start overview of requirement elicitation or stop here? Shall I start new point? Yes. Ashwini? Ashwini? Ashia?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any question in today's lecture?
No, sir.
Jyoti?
No, sir. No question.
Padmashri,
No, sir.
requirement elicitation is very important because with the help
Very
of this
important because with the help of this,
we can give the requirement to the company, and company is working on this client information only. uh, Shubhangi, do you have any question? Shubhangi, Suraj,
Sir.
do you have any question on this requirement elicitation introduction?
No, sir.
Swati,
Yes, sir.
what is elicitation? What is this?
सर मी थोडं लेट जॉईन झाले होते लेक्चरला.
Who can say what is this?
Scenario and use case.
Scenario and use case. Elicitation means collection of information, gathering information from the client, from the user. That is the elicitation. Then okay, we will stop here now. There is a exam going, so we have to join to the exam. So today we will stop here.